Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on your time zone. You are watching Seeds for You by Sherry. And today we're going to be talking about body modifications as it relates to tattoos, specifically invisible tattoos. But before we get into that, let me remind you that I am a minister, and for that reason, I need to make sure that you know what the Bible has to say about it. So in Leviticus 19 and 23, it reads, "Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks up on you. I am the Lord." So let me tell you about the different kinds of invisible tattoos that are forthcoming, and some are already here. So we have the invisible tattoo, and I guess that probably was generated for people who are in the professional world and would like to have tattoos, but they know that they can't because they work in corporate America. Well, now if you get an invisible tattoo, what it looks like on your skin, if it's done properly and if everything goes well, then it just may look like a highlighter or maybe a scar. And then you would have to see it under a UV light, a black light, or maybe it glows in the dark or whatever. So then there are also musical tattoos where you can actually hear music. You know, you would have to, I guess, find the music that you want. There's some stuff that you would have to do before you go in to the tattoo artist, give them the part of the song, music, or whatever it is that you want, so that they can stencil it onto your arm, you know, do the tattoo part. Then you have to go back to get it activated. So once you do that, then you give it back to them. And you're going to also need your cell phone for this too. So the ones that I've seen, they would have to hold their cell phone over the tattoo, and then you actually hear the music playing. And then they also have where you can turn them off. Now, scientists are working on that right now, and the reason for that is because they are doing it for medical purposes, so that you would have your medical records in your tattoo. I believe that has something to do with getting us set up for the Antichrist. I don't need music playing from my arm. I don't need a little puppy running or some girl laughing on my arm. I don't need all of that. But people are attracted to that. People are interested in that. But let me tell you some things about the invisible tattoo. Now, the invisible tattoo is really not safe for us because of the ingredients that are needed to make it do what it needs to do, so that it can be seen under a UV light or a black light. Also, you should know whether it's an invisible tattoo or any other kind of tattoo, that they are not regulated by the FDA. All right, some of these ingredients are not listed on the ingredient list. So the dangerous ones that are needed to get the effect that you're after when you're, trying to get an invisible tattoo is petrochemical, phosphorus agents, and then there's carcinogen. All right, all of those are dangerous and should not be put into our bodies, but those are the ingredients that are needed in order to get that certain effect. So I'm just letting you know that, so you know that anytime you go to get a tattoo of that nature, that you are facing a dangerous situation. All right, because everybody is different. You don't know what kind of effect you're going to have, a allergic reaction, skin reaction, whatever. And then they also have a disclaimer on some of this ink where they let you know that they are not responsible for any skin reactions that you might have. All right, so they're covered under that. So not all of the manufacturers or companies that sell ink for tattooing can sell the kind of ink that is needed to achieve an invisible tattoo. So, but there are 3 companies that actually sell that ink, and those 3 companies are Skin Candy, Joker, and Mons. Now, there are some professional companies. Whenever you're going to get a tattoo, it might be a good idea to research the artists and where they get their product from and everything, because the professional ink companies are Internal, Infusion, and Intense. Now, this is based on the research that I have done and what I have found in my research. So I don't have any tattoos. I do have daughters that have tattoos. So there are some problems with the invisible tattoos. Like, for instance, sometimes they don't work properly. Okay, and what I heard about the ink that is being used for invisible tattoos is that it does not distribute evenly as it should, and then during the application of when the artist is applying this, he has to keep shaking it up to get it to mix well. So it doesn't mix well. It's a lot of problems with it. A lot of people are not even doing it. But there are some people who are. Some people who, they're going to do it regardless. Some people who are priding themselves in that type of artwork. If you're an aspiring tattoo artist or something like that, you can buy this ink on Amazon. And that can be used under the UV and the black light, okay? Some people might feel like it would be really cool to have music playing on my arm. I don't need nobody dancing or running on my arm. That's just me. But I just want to make sure that you're safe. But anyway, if you found value in this video, I would ask that you subscribe to my channel and that you hit that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload new content. I upload every other week. And I hope to see you back here. And as always, I love you all.